Comic 133. Perhaps it wasn't the best idea to try to start recording these first thing in the morning, mostly because my voice doesn't seem to work first thing in the morning. Whenever I do, because I like to do a sound check on the sound recorder, the audio recorder, just to make sure that the levels are fine. I'm not too far away, and the thing's close to my mouth enough without being ridiculously close. But whenever I do that, I just try to just say a sentence or do something weird, and whenever I play it back, I always say, boy, do I sound raspy, and it's like my voice has not quite woken up yet. And even now, I don't like the sound of my voice. Later on in the day, I think it does all right, but first thing in the morning, not so much. So I don't know. If this is the cause of my fame, then I'll know why. So you want me to find a job here for Dr. Zero, the guy who tried to kill us twice and take over the world? Yep. I know he was evil before, man, but he's changed now. He's a better man. He wants to fit into our world due to his newfound addiction to romantic comedies. He just wants to live like a regular human. As long as I can occasionally instill chaos and destruction, I'm good. Instill? Okay, I gotta look that up. Because I'm never sure whether I'm using words properly. Instill, free online dictionary. Good old free dictionary. To introduce by gradual, persistent efforts. Implant. Morality may be instilled into their minds. Oh, wait. Morality. That's apparently a Thomas Jefferson quote. There you go. Thomas Jefferson can use the word instill, as long as I'm using it properly. He's instilling chaos and destruction. He's gradually and persistently introducing chaos and destruction. Okay, now it's just silly. But at least I was using it properly and spelled it correctly. Look at me go. Haircuts. Kenny looks like a porcupine. You can see his skull line underneath because, like I've always said, Kenny is the one character that I always draw the bald shape first and then add the hair. Where Jeff and pretty much everyone else, you got to do it. You sort of draw the hair shape and then fill it in the case of dark hair like Dr. Zero. But with Jeff, you got to draw this kind of funny crescent moon thing. I talk about this way too much, but that's the one thing that I always see as mistakes is the hair. I'm bad at hair. I'm even bad at cartoonish hair. That's the funny thing about this comic is whenever I try to draw anything, I'm awful at realism. Dreadful. Just beyond atrocious. But even in cartoon form, where you have sort of the freedom to do whatever it is you like. You can make the shapes their heads are as tall as their torsos, and I can get away with that. But they still look inconsistent and bad. I mean, really, another 12 or so years down the road, and I want to reintroduce these comics once more, I think what I may do is get one of those little sort of side tablet things and just draw over them and outline over them and make them much more edged. I really like the Penny Arcade style, just because of the thickness of the lines. I just love that. It's so... I suppose it is a little anime, but a little. But sort of newfangled. What am I talking about? He's changed. He's a better man. You want me to hire Dr. Zero? Yeah, this is taking too long. I'm just sort of... I apparently want to use punchlines, or... Since I can't remember drawing most of these, I don't really know what was going through my head exactly. Like, at this point in my life, was I just trying to get to a joke that I knew I wanted to do 2 days later, so I just needed to fill it in, because I always wanted to end a storyline on a Friday and start a storyline on a Monday, so is this just filler? Is it? Could be. You never know. We'll find out. We'll find out probably Friday. So tomorrow, join me for some more filler. Comic number 134.